We're buying a house. I'm on my way right now to go sign the papers to purchase our first house. Check it out. I have to sit behind this glass and I have hand sanitizer and an individual pen that I have to take home with me. Crazy. Oh, I've never also signed with a power of attorney before, so I have no idea how to do that.
I'll be honest, it's kind of a nightmare in terms of the length of time that it takes.
Okay.
Not for me, but for you.
Right.
If you're signing a long signature when you're signing for him.
Okay. Okay, so I signed all the papers, so I feel like we should talk about it. I'm trying to remember the last update I gave with the house stuff. So basically, we've been trying to buy a house. We've been looking for a house for kind of a little while. Ever since we really moved back up to Washington, we've wanted to buy a house. The issue is that, well, there's a lot of issues. So we signed our lease this past summer, and it was for a year, and we were like, okay, cool, that'll give us like some time to find a house, it'll be fine. Our lease is up at the end of June. In the beginning of 2020, we were like, this is the perfect time, this is the year, this is the moment that we should be looking, because ideally we would have wanted to move directly from our lease into the new house, and not having to like re-sign a lease, and then we wouldn't have to like pay to break our lease or anything like that. It just made it a lot easier if we could just move directly from our lease to a new house. So at the beginning of the year, we started seriously looking. We got a realtor. We fell in love with a house, put an offer in on it, and somebody beat us. Like there was an offer that was higher than this, and this was back in January, I believe. That's fine. Like, those things happen, not a big deal. February, Blake leaves. The beginning of February is when Blake actually left for his next deployment, and that's where he's been this whole time. And then, as I'm sure everybody is aware, mid-February, late February, early March, the entire world seemed to implode. Everything with COVID-19, we made the decision to maybe we should just like pause. Let's put a pause on the home buying process. Let's see what the market does. Let's see what inventory is like. Let's just keep an eye on everything. And we just put a pause on the whole home buying front. That was the last update I gave you guys. That was, I talked about it in like, I don't think the last video, but the video before that. That's where I discussed it a little bit. And yeah, that was the plan. And then literally I uploaded that video. The following day, we got a letter from our apartment complex, and they were like, congratulations, you can sign another lease with us if you want. If we signed the same lease, so a year lease again, if we signed that lease, our rent would go up by $20. And we were like, that's not that bad, but we didn't want to be stuck in a year lease because we wanted to buy a house. That was the whole purpose. I just parked at the post office, so now I can finally finish my story before I mail Blake's care package. Where was I? So we were like, okay, if the rent goes up $20 for another year lease, that's an option. Like, that's something we could do. However, we wanted to look at something that was like a 6-month lease or even a month-to-month lease, something that gave us a little bit more flexibility, because what we were worried about is if we signed the year lease, in order to break the lease, we'd have to like pay the rest of the lease off, and that would have been exorbitantly expensive. Like it just would have been so expensive unless we found like a sublet. But then that gets complicated, what with having to actually move, and then there's no guarantee that that would actually happen, and it just gets a little bit more complicated than we wanted. So we were looking at like, okay, what are the options for a 6-month lease? What are the options for a month-to-month lease? If we signed a 6-month lease, our rent would have gone up like $300 more than we were paying per month. If we did a month-to-month lease, it would have gone up $700 more per month just to have the flexibility of a month-to-month lease. And we were like, that is unbelievable. That is not something that we wanted to do. So suddenly we were like, okay, let's consider buying a house again. Let's just do that. Let's see what happens. So we kept looking. And then what we were noticing with the pandemic was that inventory was low, but then it was even lower. People weren't listing houses for sale because clearly there's a chance that their house wouldn't be sold. It makes sense. Like, I understand why people weren't listing their houses, because they want to get a good amount of money for the house that they're listing, and with pandemic stuff, that might not happen, and like all of that jazz. So that makes sense. I get it. So what we were noticing, if that were to happen when people aren't listing their houses, is it just delays the demand. So suddenly we were like, oh, are we gonna be competing with like a million other people for the same house in 6 months from now? Because that's an issue, because we still need somewhere to live. Like ultimately, we still need somewhere to live. We stopped thinking that we shouldn't buy a house in the pandemic, because in our market in Seattle, things are not changing that much. Things have not been changing that much. That might be different in a year. We don't know what's gonna happen in 6 months or a year. There is a chance that the value of the house or any house may go down in a year. That's okay. Honestly, me and Blake are fine with that, because we're not planning on being in the house for only a year. We're gonna be there for at least like 5 years, at least. So it's kind of like, it made sense for us to buy all of a sudden. We were like, okay, so we found this house. We put an offer in on it, along with 3 other people. But we had the experience from the beginning of the year of putting an offer in on a house and not getting the house because we didn't have an escalation clause. Here in the Seattle area, it's probably smart to have an escalation clause. We gave ourselves the flexibility to beat other offers up to a certain level, up to a certain point. And that's what got us this house. I haven't wanted to talk about it publicly yet, because I've always thought that buying a house is one of those things, and I'm sure it is for many people, one of those things that can fall through. Things can happen. There are chances where it's like one day you get the house, the next day it's not yours anymore. And I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to talk about it, because I really wanted this house. Me and Blake both really wanted this house. And so we just wanted to keep it on the down low until things were pretty official. And things are finally very official. We had our inspection. We did the appraisal. We did everything that we needed to do. Today, I signed the papers. Tomorrow, we get the keys. I feel confident talking about it now, and I'm really excited about it. So I'll talk about it some more when I get the keys tomorrow. And for now, I think I'm gonna go buy some champagne and maybe something sweet to celebrate buying a house. So what do you think about the house?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
A real house.
A real house.
Big boy house.
A big boy house, exactly. What are you most excited about?
Have our own space.
To have our own space? Yeah, I agree.
And a backyard.
And a backyard for the puppy and the kitty. We'll probably let her out a little bit.
Hopefully she doesn't get taken by eagles.
I don't think she'll get taken by eagles, but I will keep my eye out, because she's a fat cat. Honestly, I don't even know if the eagle would be able to lift her. I know they get salmon and stuff in the water, but I think the cat's bigger than that. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of an empty house tour, so let's just get started with that. Let's go to the front door. Okay, this is the front door. When you walk in, this is what you see. There's a stairway to the right, hallway down the middle, and then if you go to the right, there's a formal living room. I'll walk through there first. This is me inside the house. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I probably wanna be one of those houses that you take your shoes off when you enter. That's my dream, we'll see. So this is the formal living room. As you can see, there's a little step, so it's sunken. So you step down here and suddenly you're in the formal living room. We have a gorgeous front yard with tons of rhododendrons and beautiful landscaping, which is wonderful. So there's that. We're gonna go into the dining room. This is the dining room, more windows, gorgeous. So there we are. This is what you see from the window. Front door's right there. This is the kitchen. Now I'm gonna go stand in this corner really quick. Of all the rooms in the house, I actually hate the kitchen the most. If I'm being totally honest, I want to totally redo it. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at this, that this is probably not how it's going to be forever, but just wanted to show you guys how it is now. So I'm standing in the corner. This is where we just walked from, so the dining room's through here. This is what you see in the kitchen from the corner. We have a big fridge. First time I've had a fridge this big in my entire life. And check it out, check it out, check it out. It makes ice. We've never had an ice maker before. I am so stoked. So there we are. This is the kitchen. What I really dislike about it is I hate these cabinets. I want to take them down. I don't know if we can remove this wall, but I would like to if that's an option, and then just open up this space. But we're gonna, a lot of projects incoming, that might be one of them. This will be our funny little pantry. It's shaped a little interestingly. Crawl space right there. There we are. So I'm not quite sure how to set this space up. I'm gonna have to get shelving in here, obviously, but this is what we're going to plan to be our pantry. Walk straight ahead, and this is the living room. I'm so excited about this. We wanted a wood fireplace so bad, and we finally have one. It's a real wood fireplace. I'm so excited to use this so much in the wintertime. So this is what you see from this corner. I'm actually gonna come back to the backyard because it's amazing. This is the hallway. There's a little bathroom in here. This is a coat closet or other things. Oh, what's this stuff? I didn't even know this was here. What is this? Thermostat, refrigerator. Oh, cool. Okay, so there's manuals and stuff. That's good to know. I didn't notice that before. And then we're back at the front door. So that was us coming down that little hallway. Let's go upstairs. This is what you see when you go up the stairs. Let's start over here. Little guest room, where it's one bedroom. Here is another bedroom. Here is little closet, linen closet. Another bedroom. Directly across from that bedroom is another bathroom. And then this last room is the master bedroom, which I love. So nice. I love this big window. Lets in a lot of light, which is great. This is the master bath. Double sinks, that was something Blake wanted so bad. He was like, we cannot buy a house without double sinks. There's that. You have the toilet, and then the tub and shower. And then a walk-in closet, which is actually pretty decent sized, actually, now that I'm looking at it more. And there's a door right here too, so nice. And then that's the view into the backyard. Let's go check out the backyard. All right. This is the backyard. It is ginormous. Noelle is going to absolutely go crazy for this yard. We have this big deck. This is brand new, which is awesome. Oh God, I'm stepping on little pine cones. There is so much space out here. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so freaking nice. It's supposed to be super warm today. It's supposed to be, well, okay, I'm gonna say super warm and it's gonna sound like nothing compared to Vegas. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees today in May, which is a huge deal if you're from Washington, because that's quite toasty. It's gonna be super, super warm. How's the light looking here? Oh wait, yeah, there's more, hold on. In here, so this is next to the fireplace. Right here is the laundry room, which I do kind of want to fix up a little bit because I guess the washer and dryer were just too big to like fit next to each other. So that's a little funny. So ideally it would be nice to get some appliances that fit next to each other, because right now we just have these funny little cabinets, which is, you know, not too bad, but all of the cabinets are really dirty and old. If I know myself, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be spending the bulk of my time down here in the living room and also in the kitchen, just because that's just where I spend most of my time. Like most of my time is spent downstairs, and that's what I'm really excited about, because I feel like there's so many opportunities. Like there's so many things that we can do with this space. And I'm so excited about it, like so freaking excited. So it's a new day. I showed you guys a little bit of a house tour and check it out. I'm really excited. I'm gonna end the vlog in just a couple minutes, but I wanna show you guys kind of what I've been doing as of lately. I managed to bring some things over just to have so I can do some DIY stuff. So I hope you guys are excited for like a couple DIY house stuff and some renovation stuff because there are some things I wanna do. I, today, am actually gonna go to Home Depot and I'm gonna get a couple paint colors because what I'm thinking about doing is these walls, this wall, hold on, let me step back. This wall and this wall, I want to brighten up because this whole room and the kitchen behind me is in the far north side of the house. Not a bad thing. I'm actually pretty happy with it considering we're going into summertime and it's gonna be decently cool on this side of the house. However, in the winter, it's freaking dark. Like in Washington, it gets really, really dark. This room, these two rooms are going to be really dark in the winter. So I want to brighten up this wall. I want to brighten up this wall. And that wall with the fireplace, I actually want to accent it. So I'm thinking, you can see some paint swatches above. I'm thinking of going for like a slightly deeper color for that. We have a few paint swatches here. I'm not totally set on any of these. What I'm actually gonna do is grab a couple paint cans at Home Depot, just small sizes of them, and I'm gonna paint a couple patches on the walls so I can kind of get a better idea of what it's gonna look like when that time comes. So yeah, we're just gonna experiment, we're gonna see. I love the floors. These floors, I'm obsessed with. These are, I believe, just like, what do they call them? Like vinyl planks or laminate planks. I get laminate and vinyl mixed up, to be honest, but I love them. They're all the way through the lower part of the house, except for in the kitchen, which is where it becomes stick-on tile that I really don't like. So another project I'm gonna do eventually is just continue this into the kitchen. I think that would just look so much better. It's so much nicer than that. And that's kind of another project that I'm gonna do. We're gonna get into some big projects relatively soon, hopefully, but I need to talk to a few people because something that I would like to do, that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do, but I would like to do, is actually remove this wall. That could be a good idea, or it could be literally the worst idea in the entire world because I don't know if it's load bearing. So I need to get somebody in here to like check for me. My hope is that the wall is here only to hang these cabinets up above, and I really don't like the cabinets. So I'm gonna remove those anyway. Regardless of if I need to get rid of the wall or not, I'm taking down those cabinets because they're really annoying. We're gonna be doing a lot of projects, and today, right now, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and get some stuff. I'm not gonna bring you guys with me because I'm gonna end the vlog here so you can at least see the house. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like it. I mean, honestly, it'd be nice if you liked it, but if you didn't, that's too bad because we bought it anyway. I'm so happy. It feels like such a big deal, and I cannot wait for Blake to come home and come home, like truly home, to a house that we own. So, I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.